Let's pull it up on here. My channel. Yes, please. Why is it set to Bluetooth? What in the world are you doing? Those aren't... It says my Bluetooth earbuds are on, but they're not even on, so... I have no idea what it's doing. It's been a while since I played this game. I'm probably going to do pretty poorly at it. Although my, I can't really randomly pull up my grip bar. Yeah, I can. So my grip bar is pretty high because this is my third New Game Plus. And your grip bar, your grip and health stack each New Game Plus. Hello. So, shoot, I have, okay. We're gonna do one of these. Because I have too many things I need to have open and not enough screens to open it up on. So... Okay, so I'm just gonna be singing as I play the game. I might have to like stop to focus, but can you actually hear me though? Because my headset's not connected. I'm using my microphone camera right here, which the camera is. There we go. So I'm assuming because you said I feel that you can hear me. Okay. So, I'm just going to go down the line with what you have put in the playlist. So triangles call aggro. I have been so long since I played this game. Look triangles to see where aggro is. That's jump, that's swing. Circles dodge. And then this should be, yeah, switch weapon. Which I don't know where he keeps that blasted bow at. But before I do anything, actually, I want to see settings. Do I have stats? My fastest time is 10 minutes on that guy. And our fastest time on the first Colossus is, yeah, 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I beat this guy pretty fast, but I'm not going to get anywhere near that on this one. But, there's like special items. Apparently I just don't have any of this. Because I know you can look at the special items, but I don't know what menu it's in. Oh, here it is. It's in the map for some reason. So I don't have any of them yet, because all of these are time attack modes. Which maybe I'll get around to, maybe not. We'll see. And then triangle is to make aggro go. Because of course it is. And just because we're screwing around, I might just run around for a little while. I'll fight a Colossus or two, but just exploring this world because this world's really pretty. Maybe I'll get some achievements too. There's an achievement that I want to get called like Seeking I think it's actually just called Seeking Salvation. Where you have to find all the shrines. Yeah, aggro. You can actually get I think the last item you get is crested aggro. The last few ones. Defeat all colossi in hard time attack mode. It's crested aggro. The thing I like about the time attack things is that like you don't even necessarily have to do it in a specific amount of time, at least for any of the items. You just have to do it. So that's pretty neat. I mean, I was thinking about doing a time attack mode, but I'm like, we're just kind of chilling here, so. Anyways, I'll quit beating around the bush. Excuse me, actually. I always forget that it's triangle to make him go. Cold, the air and water flowing hard, the land we call our home. Push to keep the dark from coming, feel the weight of what we owe. This, the song of sons and daughters, the heart of who we are. Making peace to build a future, strong, united, working till we fall. The air and waters flowing hard, the land we call our home. Push to keep the dark from coming, feel the weight of what we owe. This, the song of sons and daughters, the heart of who we are. Making peace to build a future, strong, united, working till we fall. And we're all in this together, through the cold mist. To a lifeless together. Okay. I'm actually concentrating just a tad bit because I'm trying to remember the controls of the game. This Colossi is, I think the second Colossus is actually easier than the first Colossus, mechanic-wise, other than the beginning mechanic, because this obviously is teaching about weak points, but because the second Colossus weak point is significantly less obvious. And this one's just kind of go up his back. It's pretty straightforward. Which, this Colossus design, is actually really. There's multiple Colossus design like this. 3, I think. The first one, and then one of my favorite ones. And there's another one. There's like 3 that have a very similar design. It's just like this big bipedal person. But I mean, more specifically, a big, wide bipedal person, because the third Colossus is also bipedal, but it's not built like this. He's really thin and skinny. Like this big guy. Is a pretty permanent design. It's actually the second time this character design shows up. I want to say it's the sixth Colossi. I might be wrong about that. It's, like I said, it's been forever since I played this. It is one of my favorite boss fights in this game. It's my second favorite, actually. Mainly because I just really like the mechanic. Well, I don't know if it's my second favorite, but it's up there. Might be my third favorite, but I really like the mechanic of having to, like... I just really like having to jump on the guy's beard. I gotta say, it's pretty funny. My second is probably the bird, and then my first is Phalanx, hands down. I love Phalanx. Phalanx has been my what do you call it? Avatar, my PlayStation avatar, on here for as long as I can remember. Since this game came out, actually, before it came out, it's been that. Next game, or next song. I want to see what you have lined up. I already said no to Ring of Fire, because I don't like Ring of Fire that much. I will do House of Rising Song, though. I like Johnny Cash, but I do not really like House of the Rising Sun that much. Also, I think this light might be a little too much. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. I don't look like a ghost. The only reason I had that light on last time is because we were streaming Warframe, and it was much darker outside, and this game is very bright. Like, extremely bright. There's only one or two times where it's not, like, straight white light in your eyes. So I can get enough light I need off of the TV screen in front of me. Okay. This one I know much better than We All Live Together. It's also much more fun to sing because We All Live Together sucks to sing solo because it's not meant to be a solo song, it's a chain gang song. Which chain gangs often aren't solo. Fun fact. Anyways, here is House of Rising Sun, Peter Holland's rendition. There is a house in the race they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many poor boys. And Lord, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My daddy was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Oh, mothers, tell your children not to do what I have done. Don't spend your life in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. I've got one foot on the platform, the other on the train. I'm going back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. I'm going back to New Orleans. My race is almost run. I'm going back to spend my life in the house of the rising sun. Okay, let's see, what's the next one? I don't know that one. I don't know that one either. I know this one a little bit, but it's been a long time since I actually listened to this song, so we'll do this after the boss fight, so we can actually, you know, concentrate a little. One of the things I dislike about this game is that there's no goes. There is slow and then slower. But then again, you're not really running around a whole lot. A lot of it is climbing on things. And boy, what aggro doesn't have in speed, he has in gripping ability. Because boy howdy, he can grip. Okay. And then it's always best to go for the spot, because this is the first Colossus that has 2 weak points. So it's always better to go for his back weak point first. And then make your way to the front weak point, because the front weak point is actually more safe than the back one. At least in my opinion. What do you... wonder. Very nice of him to just sit there and let me regain stamina. That's neat. See, now it's dark again. This is when I could use my lamp. I need to get like a button for my lamp, because boom. And then boom. See, now I look nice. Yeah, it's right there in the middle. And then once you're back here, I actually think you have to come back here first. I'm sure there's a way where you can go to the front one first, but I don't think it's advised, because he doesn't have hair on any part connecting to the head, so you have to go like around. I'll point it out when I come back through. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say. So you see that there's no hair there, so you sort of have to come around. Although I think if you like have the Queen Sword or the power mask, you can kill this guy just via his head and save yourself a bunch of time. Because I did it in 2 shots right there, and I'm using base sword and base stance and everything. So, another unfortunate beauty dead. We'll turn this back off. Yeah, aggro. No one feels sorry for you. Actually, a lot of people feel sorry for aggro because he's only doing it because he loves the girl. And he's being duped also by Dorman. Which I think I already told you this. Getting a cough drop because my throat's a little sore. I think I already told you this, but Dorman is Dorman is Nimrod backwards, which Nimrod is a biblical figure. He was the king responsible for the construction of the Tower of Babel. And the thing about the Tower of Babel is it was a tower that was supposed to reach the heavens. But obviously God was like, yo, that's not very cool. And so he struck the tower down and all the workers spoke different languages. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. and but the Tower of Babel was so tall that it was reaching heaven, so you could see it. Supposedly, it was tall enough that you could see it from anywhere. And the thing about this tower, this temple that you have to come back to, and Dorman supposedly like lives in, is that you can see it from anywhere. It is tall enough that no matter where you go, you can see it. Like outside of like these very narrow passes, you can see it anywhere. And I think you can see it specifically in every single boss fight, every single Colossi fight. It's visible. So I suppose that those things aren't coincidences. They seem to be probably purposeful and pretty neat. Saying that Dorman is Nimrod or something of that sort. That's actually possibly, I don't know if it is where the actual insult Nimrod came from. That's an old insult. But that might be where it came from, because it's just saying you're stupid. I don't really feel like doing this song, so I want to do another song. Let's see what's on here. I'll do this. Actually, no, I won't do that, because I can't sing that, because there's a rapping section in there, and I cannot rap. I'm a choir boy, not a rapper. That's why I like the Peter Hollins stuff, because Peter Hollins is also a choir boy. I can actually, like, we have this, not the same style of singing, but at least we have, like, compatible styles. I'm not a rapper. Which one is rap? There's a rap section in Champions. American authors featuring Bo Young Prince. Because there's a rap section in that. It's actually a good portion of the song is rap. Or at least it may not be rap specifically, but it's a very rap-like style. I cannot do that. I'm not a rapper. If you have any other suggestions, you can tell me. But I'm gonna do something I want to do. I'll do something I want to do, because why not? Because I think, yeah, I can do Deep Waters, but I don't really feel like it right now. I might come back to it. I'll do this one. Have I sang The Green Fields of France on stream before? I feel like I have, but I might be wrong about that. Yeah, The Green Fields of France. Such a good song. I'm assuming because you're not answering me that I haven't. Or maybe the delay is just so big that you haven't heard me ask the question yet. But here is, even if I am going to do it anyways, because I do what I want. Also, I'm going to be probably able to sing through the whole song, because I always get lost trying to find the third Colossus. So, here is the time. If you want to suggest songs, now would be the time to do it, because I'm going to be lost for a while, so. The Green Fields of France, also known as No Man's Land. Oh, I asked if I had ever sang The Green Fields of France or No Man's Land on stream. I also said that if you would want to request a song, now would be the time to do it, because I always get lost trying to find the third Colossus. So, I'm going to be looking for him for a while. I feel like I have sang it. If I haven't sang it on stream, I definitely sang it. I don't know. I really like this song, and it's another more choir type song that I can sing pretty well. At least I think. So yeah, request your songs now if you want to, because we're gonna be on horseback for a hot second. Anyways, here's Green Fields of France, also known as No Man's Land, Dropkick Murphy's version. Oh, how do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by a graveside and rest for a while in the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day, but I'm nearly done. And I see by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the Great Fallen in 1916. Well, I hope you died quick, and I hope you died clean. Oh, Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? And did they leave a wife or a sweetheart behind? In some loyal heart is your memory enshrined. And though you died back in 1916, to that loyal heart you're forever 19. Or are you a stranger without even a name, forever enshrined behind some old glass pane? An old photograph torn, tattered and stained, and faded to yellow in a brown leather frame. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? They said down on these green fields of France, the warm joes gently and the red poppies dance, and the trees have vanished long under the plow. No gas, no barbed wires, no guns firing now. And here in this graveyard, it's still no man's land. To the man's blind indifference of his fellow men. And an old generation were butchered and damned. Would he beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as it lowered you down? The band play the last post and chorus? Did their pipes play the flowers of the forest? And there's help but wonder, oh Willie McBride, do all those who lie here know why they died? Did they really believe them when they told you the cause? Did you really believe them when swore would end wars? Well, the suffering, the sorrow, the glory, the shame, the killing and dying, it was all done in vain. Oh, Willie McBride, it all happened again. And again, and again, and again, and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? They play the last post and chorus. They pipes play the flowers of the forest. So that was that. So, psych, I thought it was going to take me forever to find the third Colossus, but I was wrong. He's right here. And this guy is not super hard, but I've never really been able to fight him super easily either, so I'm going to focus a little. Why? Normally you're able to catch the edge of his sword, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I must be wrong about that. I forgot that there was a Colossus Ryu. There's actually a mode, I don't know if it's in this version, but there's a mode in the original version where you actually fought the Colossi, but you could, you have a mask where you could see from the eyes of the Colossus themselves. Catch the edge! Aggro! What are you doing, mate? Is it because I have my sword out? It must be because I have my sword out. Which, although that sounds really cool, fighting the Colossi from their own point of view would also be really impractical and difficult. What in the world is Aggro's problem right now? I swear you can catch the edge of that sword. Unless they changed it, which I don't see why they would have. You can catch the edge of that sword, because you can't really run up the entire length of the sword in one go. At least I don't think you can. Because maybe you can, I'm just doing it wrong. That's a very big possibility. Will you swing at me? Jesus, man. So trying to hit me and hit me. I'm ample enough distance away for you to use your giant sword arm. Thank you. Damn. Yeah, there's no way. No way. Hold on. Because I am running at top speed. I'm redlining Wander right here, and I'm still not fast enough. Maybe if I just try to, like... There we go, okay. I had to purposely try to grab the edge there. That was kind of dumb. Normally, you can, like... As long as you're holding down R2, R2, you can just auto-grab, like, the nearest thing when you roll off the edge. Maybe they remove that, or maybe I'm just remembering incorrectly. Maybe that's not really a grabbable edge in the highest technical sense. So you can kill this guy without removing his armor, but it's pretty hard. There's actually an achievement for it. I did it once on the original game on accident. It was a complete accident. He swung his arm, and I just happened to be on the tip of his sword, and it gave me enough oomph to just launch myself up onto his head. This guy wiggles like a motherfucker, so... Because he has one weak point on his head and then a second on his stomach. The stomach one is actually the harder one to get to. Because there's no really pathway down to it, you have to drop down. Like, you can climb down to it partly, but there's a section where you have no choice but to jump. And that can be pretty not cool. So you can get 2 good solid hits on his head, and then you need to move down to his stomach. That's not where I want to grab onto. His horns are not the optimal place to hold onto. You can see what I mean about the first Colossus compared to, wow, that is not the pathway I wanted to take, but you know, we're gonna roll with it. It worked! I was gonna hope to come around the other side, but you know, whatever works, works, I guess. So the first Colossus was bipedal, but it was very wide, and it became more wider in its torso and chest. And then you can see that this guy is very thin and slender all about. Gaius is his name. I only know two Colossi's name, and that's Gaius and Phalanx. The other ones have names, but I just don't really know them. And they're not even technically like their original names because the developers never named them. In all honesty. But that's just what everyone came to call them. So I suppose that's their names, quote unquote, and unofficial names. Next song, let's see. We could do. Let's see what this is like. You didn't say any suggestions, so I'm assuming you don't have any suggestions or requests. Also, I turned the music off in the game because I'm singing, so that wouldn't really make much sense than I wanted. Okay, how about I do, as I said I didn't want to do this other James Blake songs, how about I find a James Blake song that I actually want to do? Let's see, my library, artists, James Blake. Why is this not in alphabetical order? That, like, legitimately, as a librarian, someone who frequently puts books back where they should be in alphabetical and or numerical order, not having things in numerical order are greatly infuriates me because I'm just trying to find. I just want to. Why is this not in alphabetical order? My Goldsfield is. I have to look through every single artist that I have one song saved of to find James Blake. This is okay. There he is. There he is, almost all the way at the bottom. Okay. What about Don't Miss It? Don't Miss It's wild. It's such a weird song. I don't know the lyrics of this one that well. But it's a pretty straightforward song. Hey, aggro. So Don't Miss It by James Blake. Play. Wait. Shut me out. If I give everything, I'll lose everything. Wait. No. One thing I gotta say about James Blake recently is I don't like how he switched every single music cover to his Assumed Form album cover. I dislike that. It kind of sucks. I actually really like the Overgrown cover. I could always sing Retrograde. That one I'm never opposed to singing. did you like any of the church songs specifically? Because I could probably sing those from memory. I know all of them really well. So if you want to choose one of those or something, or if there's any of them that you particularly liked, or if you liked all of them, I can just do any of them. It doesn't really matter, because I know all of them really well. We're on to number 4, which is the horse Colossi. Maybe this is the guy I always get stuck on. I know it's either 3 or 4, I always get stuck on finding him. But I thought it was 3, maybe it's 4 though. But no matter what, during my playthrough, there's always one Colossus that I just cannot find for my life. And it usually kind of changes between 3 and 4, I believe. The easiest one to find is I think it's the 13th. Also, I am getting into the game because whenever the game goes dark, I go dark, so it's immersive. Do you feel immersed yet? It's just my excuse of having poor lighting. Yeah, this is where I want to be. This guy can be a pain in the ass, specifically. Because I know how his mechanic works, but I don't know how it works. Like, I know that it does work. I know that there is one. But I'm not especially sure how to, like, trigger the intricacies of it. So, there's going to be a lot of me running through a tunnel. Just a heads up. So you didn't really say a song, so I'm going to stick with a song that I know you like. And that would be Retrograde by James Blake, because I know that one more. Although, unlike you, I actually don't really like it when I sing Retrograde. I think I do a pretty poor rendition of it, but it's whatever, I suppose. I think I sing some songs really good. Retrograde is not one of those. I think I sing Retrograde pretty poorly, to be honest. Or at least mediocre. Look at this lad. He's actually the most docile out of the Colossi. That is until you try to shoot him, but even after you shoot him, he's still probably the most docile out of the Colossi. He's got little pincer legs. He's really cool. Okay, he's mad at me. You know what? Take back what I said about him being docile. He's already mad at me. I think that might be Aggro's fault, actually. Maybe he just doesn't like it when you get close to his legs. I'm not really sure. Anyways, I'll stop talking and actually do the thing I was going to do. Retrograde. To go, don't let the hurdle fall. So be the girl you love. Be the girl you love. I'll wait. So show me why you're strong. No, everybody else. You're alone on your own. I'll wait. So show me why you're strong. No, everybody else. We're alone now. Suddenly I'm hit. It's the starkness of the dawn, and your friends are gone, and your friends won't come. So show me where you fit. So show me where you fit. Wait. So show me why you're strong. No, everybody else, you're alone now. I'll wait. I'll wait. Suddenly I'm hip. It's the starkness of the dawn, and your friends are gone, and our friends won't come. So show me where you fit. So show me where you fit. There we go. That's what I want. Like I said, I don't really know how to trigger this guy's thing that much, but I know how to do it, sort of. But Lord, I'm not going to be able to jump on there in time, am I? There we go. And once you're on this guy's probably the easiest to kill once you're actually on him. Because his head is completely guarded, so once you're on his head, he can't shake you off. Like, even if he's really trying, he can't. And plus his shoulder blades are guarded there. So he's one of the easiest to kill. He has so many safe spots. Let's say as I smack his neck and bounce back. Don't you need to hit this area hard, you just have to prick it. He puts his head down. You gotta make sure that you catch it though, or else you will fall off, and that's kind of dangerous, I suppose. But just like everyone else, you kill him in 2 hits. Well, not like everyone else, but these first Colossi, you kill him in 2 or 3 hits. I think if Flanix takes like 8 or something. He's chonk. He's a beef boy. Actually, he's really skinny, but he has 3 weak points. No, it takes 6 hits to kill him because he has 3 weak points you need to hit each 2 times. I don't even think the final Colossus takes that many hits. Anyways, that was that. Let's see. Maybe Old Love Letters by the McCamleys. This was the old Love Letters was probably my grandmother's favorite song, gospel song, and her favorite version of this song was the McCamleys, and she sang it all the time in church. So it's personally one of my favorites too, just because it's a good song. It's really good. It has a good story to it. And some good personal meaning. Oof. But you used to sing this one with another one of my church people who went to my old church, and it was interesting. That church was pretty much a one-room church. We had 4 rooms technically, but it was mostly a one-room church. and I was the youngest person who went there 90% of the time. My dad was also one of the youngest people there, and he's in his 40s. Pretty much everyone there was in their 60s, 50s, 60s, and I haven't really seen any of them in a while because I haven't really gone to church there in a while. And plus, we're not really having church there right now anyways, because we're all stuck at home, and they're all old, which means that they're all more likely to get really bad coronavirus. So, they have opted to just stay home. The current church I go to with Mom, Connect Church, they're a pretty, like, up-to-date modern church. And so we just got a new pastor, and our pastor's late 30s, early 40s. I want to say late 30s, like 38 or 39. So he's pretty young. We just got him. I've known him since I was a young child, and he's a pretty cool guy. But he's actually live streaming the church sermons. So all the services are being live streamed, and Mom and the gang will watch it in the morning on Sundays. Actually, I don't even know if I'm going the right way. Now I'm talking about church. No, I was just here. This is not where I want to be. Anyways, the old love letters from the McKinleys. Maccabees, not the McKinleys, the Maccabees. I found an old love letter. It's written just for me. It told me how much I am loved, sweet and tenderly. It's broken heart I read each line. God's love for me. It was written by nail-scarred hands at Calvary. Oh, how this old love letter spoke to my heart and soul. I was captured by every word as I watched his love unfold. With special care he wrote it down for all eternity. It was written by nail-scarred hands at Calvary. I found an old love letter, and the pages stained with red. I am yours eternally, is what the postscript said. I treasure my letter, it was nailed upon that tree. My tears stain its pages every time I read. Oh, how this old love letter spoke to my heart and soul. I was captured by every word as I watched his love unfold. With special care he wrote it down for all eternity. It was written by nail-scarred hands at Calvary. How this old love letter spoke to my heart and soul. I was captured by every word as I watched his love unfold. With special care he wrote it down for all eternity. It was written by a nail-scarred hand at Calvary. With special care he wrote it down for all eternity. It was written by a nail-scarred hand at Calvary. So the one that I usually get caught up on not being able to find, I actually think is the fifth Colossus. But I'm going to keep saying is the next Colossus until it actually is the right one. This scene is really dark, so it's time for lamp. Lamp time. Everybody get happy, it's lamp time. This is obviously the first flight-capable Colossus, the only really avian Colossus. Because I think avian specifically means only birds. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe avian just means things that can fly in general. But this is the only one that's a bird. This is just what I'm saying. There's one more that can fly, though, and that's Flanix, my favorite. But he's certainly not a bird, at least not any bird I've seen, and this is a lot of people's favorite Colossi. I thought I know this guy's name, but apparently I don't. It's something to do with, like, air. Because I actually know the water one. His name is just, like, Hydros or something like that. Something water-related. But this guy can actually be pretty challenging, and it might take me I don't mean it's going to take me a few tries as I'm going to die a few times, but it might take me a few tries as I'm going to be knocked off the move probably a few times. One thing I hate is that aggro swims so slow in the water. Like, underwater he swims faster, but above water he does like this doggy battle. Like, aggro never learned, or I keep saying aggro. Wander. Aggro's a horse. Wander never learned to swim any doggy paddles, except he can swim fine underwater, so... Well, I mean, it's kind of fine underwater. It's better than doggy paddling on the surface. Before I actually commence the fight, I will take a sip of water, because I'm thirsty. Now, this isn't the one I usually get caught up on, because that's clearly surrounded by... Yeah, okay. Hey, how you doing up there, buddy? His tail, I always forget how stupidly long his tail is. Like, his tail is double his actual body length. It's bonkers. It's pretty stupid. But it is a really cool character design. This always reminds me of the, everyone's favorite level from Super Mario Sunshine, the Sand Bird. Everyone loves that level, hands down. Because in that level you have to stay on a bird also. I'm actually surprised I made that first time. So I'm not really sure, because on some of the Colossi, they don't actually have... Because a lot of the Colossi, the thing you can grab onto is fur. But some of the Colossi, it isn't fur. At least, not just fur. There's one of them later on, I think what is it? I want to say it's number 13. But I may be wrong about that. Because I think 12 is Flanix, and 13 is the other one. But it's another water-based one. And it doesn't have fur, it actually has like kelp and seaweed that's grown onto it, and moss, and that's what you grab onto. I'll grab onto to climb it. Oof! And I think that this might be another one of those cases because it is also surrounded by water, and it's kind of a green tinge to the fur, and it's also like longer in some areas than it is in others. I mean, I know that's kind of how hair works and things. My lord, you are a flappy son of a bitch. But I think this guy might spend some time underwater, and that's where the... Lord have mercy! You can only get one hit on this swing anyways. Just let me stab it once, please. I understand why you're not letting me, because you're like... don't want to die, and also you were made to protect the living from Dorman. That's a spoiler that pretty much everyone and their brother knows at this point. So it's not really a spoiler, I suppose. And then he does this trash. Like, the only reason I'm staying on him so long is because my grip meter is so built up from multiple New Game Pluses. If this was just my first time through my normal game, I would have been ultra boned. I would have been off this motherfucker by now. And then I think the only thing left is his tail, unless he has one back up there that I'm stupid and forgot about, because that means I have to climb all the way back up there. I think the only thing I have left is his tail. Gotta say, wow, okay. I wasn't expecting that to do that much damage, and Aggro just falling while T-posing. Well, T-posing while falling, rather. Falling is the main action. I was expecting that to, like, one-shot him there. But that was a very smart character design, having it on the wing ends and then the tail. That's brilliant in my mind. Also, my ears are getting a little hot from me in that headset. This is one of the scariest things because the tentacles just come out of the water. I can't even see them. Oh yeah, there they are. Those ones don't come out of the water. It's the other. It's Hydralisk that comes out of the water because he stays under the water. This guy flies and then hits the water. How long have we been streaming? Well, shoot. An hour and a minute. Just a little over to be exact. So I think we're gonna call it there. We got through 5. That's a third of the way through the game. So I'm pretty comfortable with that. Plus, my jaw's getting tired from singing and talking right now, so yeah. I might stream some Witcher later tonight because I didn't get done what I wanted to get done the last time because the stream randomly decided to cut out. So there will be episode 6 part 2 is when I'm actually planning on doing it and not actually making it its own episode. So episode 6 part 2 will be coming out maybe later tonight, possibly tomorrow instead. But I just want to get that one quest done with Kyra Metz, and then if I'm feeling like it, maybe I'll do the stuff with the Baron, or maybe I'll do the stuff with Kyra Metz and then the stuff with the Rune Right, because I have a lot of money now. Who knows? I don't, and I'm the one who has to play it. So I guess no one knows, because I don't know. Well, we'll see what we do when we get there. It's the best advice